Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I thought it'd be kind of fun to show you guys how to make this really pretty sort of jagged arrowhead friendship bracelet. And this video was requested and I thought it was a really pretty pattern, so yeah, I decided to make it, first before I teach you guys, because otherwise I wouldn't know how to make it. And yeah, so this is how far I got. I thought it was pretty easy, so that's why I decided that I should just do a tutorial on it before I finish the first bracelet, just because I found it just super simple to make, even though it looks pretty hard. But yeah, so let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so for the string measurements and for the start and like the loop and everything. So for this bracelet, I cut my strings about a wingspan and a half, and I doubled them over to make the loop. And it left about, I'd say, 1.5 meters of string. I'm not completely sure. I'll put the measurements in the description. So, yeah, I did about a wingspan and a half, and I doubled it over to make the loop. If you're wondering how I did the loop, I have a tutorial on that. It is one of my latest videos, so you can go check that out. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the measurements. And now it's time to actually start the bracelet. So for the string order, today I did 2 gradients, and you'll be needing 8 colors today, and 2 strings of each color to make 16 strings. And I'm going to be referencing 2 different types of gradients, so this red to yellow gradient, and then this green to white gradient. So you'll be needing to order them your darkest color of your gradient here, and then your second darkest, third darkest, and then last darkest of your first gradient. And then you'll be needing to order your lightest color from your second gradient, second to lightest, second from darkest, and then the darkest. And you'll be repeating the exact same thing since this is a mirrored pattern on the other side. So again, the darkest to lightest of your first color for the first half of your strings on the left side, and then your lightest to darkest to finish off to the right. And yeah, so now that we have that out of the way, I'll teach you guys the segment knotting for this bracelet. Before we start, don't let the fact that I've already started this bracelet confuse you, because I'm just finding it super simple to do this pattern, and I already did it, so I might as well just do a tutorial on what I already have here. So that's why I only have some done, and like I'm not starting over from scratch or anything. But yeah, so the first step for this segment knotting is just taking the outermost right string, and then you're going to be taking the second from outermost right string and doing a forward knot onto the outermost right string. And next, just take the third from outermost right string. You're going to be doing 2 forward knots onto the 2 strings to the right of it. And then after that, you're just going to be taking the fourth from outermost right string, and you're going to be doing 1 forward knot onto the string to the right of it. And then after it transfers places, you're going to be doing a forward-backward knot onto the next string to the right of it. And then you're going to be taking the new fourth from outermost right string. You're going to pick it up, and you're going to just be doing 4 backward knots onto the 4 strings to the right of it in order for it to reach the center. Then for the other side, we're just going to be repeating the exact same thing since this is a mirrored pattern, by just taking the second from outermost left string, and you're just going to be doing a backward knot onto the string to the left of it. And then after that, just take the third from outermost left string and do 2 backward knots onto the 2 strings to the right of it. And then with our fourth from outermost left string, we're just going to be doing 1 backward knot onto the string to the left of it, and then you're going to be taking the next string to the left of it and do a backward forward knot. And then take the new fourth from outermost left string and do 4 forward knots into the 4 strings to the right of it. Then just tie the 2 center strings together. And just take your first color of your first gradient, which is also the third from outermost right string. And with that, you're just going to be doing 3 backward knots onto the 3 strings to the right of it. And then on this last string, right before you get to the center 2, you're going to be doing a forward backward knot. And then after that, take your outermost right string and do 3 backward knots on the 4th string to the left of it. You're going to be doing a backward forward knot. And then after you have that, just take the new outermost right string and do 1 backward knot, and then on this next string to the left of it, you're going to be doing a backward forward knot. So now here we have a triangle here, and then since we have only half, we have to of course complete the triangle. So to do that, you're going to be basically closing all the little strings that you have turned outwards here back inwards, so it does create the triangle. And to do that, you're just going to take the second from outermost right string, which is the last string that you've just knotted with, and you're going to be doing 1 forward knot onto the string to the right of it. And then take the 4th from outermost right string, and you're going to be doing 3 forward knots onto the 3 strings to the right of it. And then just take the 6th from outermost right string, which is the first color you've brought out to the half triangle, and you're just going to be doing 3 forward knots onto the 3 strings to the right of it, and then on the last string, the 4th, you're going to be doing a forward backward knot onto the string. Okay, so since we have just closed up and done the entire triangle on the right side, we're going to be doing the exact same thing on the left side. And since I already showed you how to do it on the other side, which is mirrored, I'll be just being less descriptive when I'm telling you guys how to do this, because we already did it on the right side. And the only difference is that it is mirrored, and it is basically just doing the opposite on the left side. So just take your 3rd from outermost right string, and with that, you're going to be doing 3 forward knots onto the 3 strings to the right of it, and then on the next string, you're going to be doing a forward backward knot. And then after that, just take the outermost left string, and you're going to be doing 3 forward knots onto the 3 strings to the right of it, and then with the 4th string, you're going to be doing a forward backward knot. And then to complete the first half of the triangle, you're going to be doing, with the outermost left string of course, 1 forward knot, and then with the next string, a forward backward knot. And then to complete the second half, you're just going to be doing the exact same thing, just closing everything up. So just do a backward knot with a string you've just knotted with. And then close up the next string with just 3 backward knots. And then for the first string we brought out, again, just do 3 backward knots into the 3 strings to the right of it. And then on that 4th string, you're going to be doing a backward forward knot. And then to create this sort of downward slanted chevrons, we're just going to be taking our 2 center strings that we have tied together previously. And starting on the right side, we're just going to be doing 4 forward knots into the 4 strings to the right of it. And then repeating the exact same thing on the left side by doing 4 backward knots with the center string. And then we're basically going to do the exact same thing by taking the center 2 strings and tying them together. And then with our right center string that we have just knotted with, we're just going to be doing 3 forward knots this time instead of 4 onto the 3 strings to the right of it. And then with the left center string, we're going to just be doing 3 backward knots into the 3 strings to the left of it. And then to do the exact same thing as we did last time, you're going to be taking the new center 2 strings and you're going to be tying them together with any knot you would like. And then starting on our right side, we're just going to be doing 2 forward knots into the 2 strings to the right of it. And then on the left side, we're going to be doing 2 backward knots. And then with our neck, center, 2 strings, we're going to be tying them together again. And then we're going to be focusing on the left side here and do 1 backward knot. And then do the exact same thing on the right side by just doing a forward knot. And then take the center 2 strings together and tie them. And then just take the 3rd from outermost right string and bring it to the very center. And then take the 3rd from outermost left string and do backward knots until you reach the very center, whereas you'll tie the 2 center strings together. And then take our 2nd from center string on the right side and do a backward knot onto the right string. Then do the exact same thing on the left side with a 2nd from center string and do a forward knot onto it. And then just tie the 2 center strings together. And then take our 3rd from center right string and do 2 backward knots to the 2 strings to the left of it. And then take the string on the left side, which is the 3rd from center string, and do 2 forward knots. And then again, tie the 2 center strings together. And then we're going to do our last little chevron here by just taking the 4th string from the center and do 3 backward knots. And then do the exact same thing on the left side. There we go. We have basically just finished one entire run through this pattern. I basically just started filming about up to this green little chevron right here, the dark green, and I showed you guys how to do it all the way down. So just keep repeating it until you are, of course, satisfied with the length of your bracelet here, and this is how it should turn out as you're going along. And also take note that your colors should keep switching as you go throughout the bracelet. That is why I called it the Jagged Arrowhead. And yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial today. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more bracelet content from me, such as more tutorials like this, doing beautiful patterns, monthly wrap-ups, and other fun videos in the future, also including 100 subscriber specials, which I just did recently. And yeah, so thank you again for watching. I hope you guys, of course, again, enjoyed this video. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!